Hi guys, and welcome back to the Geek Street, where the street speaks. My name is Sean, and as usual, I have my geek buddies over here, Eric and Jess, and we also have a guest with us, and her name is Sharlene. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, Sharlene. Welcome to the Geek Street.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we are back for another episode of Street Talk. Okay, we have to get used to it lah. Okay, Street Talk. All right. So, if most of you guys who don't know and just tuning in, this is our second episode. We had our first episode earlier, and now we are having our second episode of Street Talk. Right. So this is going to be a series where we just bring in guests onto our podcast and we just share everything about Marvel on a fan opinion. Right. So sometimes we'll be critical, but that's just because we are really hardcore fans of Marvel. So we just want to give it out there in terms of our honest reviews. So you guys know about Jess and Eric. They have been here for very long, and so you guys know us lah. Huh? But then we want to get to know our guests today. So Sharlene, hello.
Hi, Sean.
Hi Sharlene. Okay, so Sharlene, just could you just say a few things like just introduce yourself to our guests so that they can get to know you better.
Okay, so my name is Sharlene. I am from KL. I am a graphic designer by day. And my own kind of superhero by night.
Okay.
So, I'm just speaking based on what the theme is. So, so that's it about me.
Sharlene sings. She sings. She can sing.
Yes. We will get Sharlene to sing something for us a bit later on. So we will get her to show off her talents, and she's a very wonderful singer. I know because I know Sharlene from 2009 or 2010. We were uni mates, right? So
Yep.
Yeah, times have passed. It's been a very long time, Sharlene. So. And anyways,
if anyone wants to check out her Instagram or see how well she sings, you can just follow her on her handle. It's also displayed there. It's at SD herself, correct, Sharlene?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes, that's the handle.
Yeah, you can follow on Twitter as well. She has a lot of interesting tweets.
Just make sure you follow us as well.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yes.
Follow us in order to follow her.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I want to ask, are you two guys following her?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm friends with Sharlene.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, Sharlene, just want to ask you, how big of a Marvel fan are you? Because I know the reason why I called you on the show because I see your tweets about Spider-Man No Way Home and things like that. So how big of a Marvel fan are you?
Huge fan. I'm a huge fan of every single Marvel movie I've watched. Not just the Marvel movies, the TV series as well. The one that starting with Loki, Hawkeye, like all the TV series that they came up with, and then like the earlier Marvel TV series like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, those type of TV series as well. So I'm a huge fan of Marvel productions.
So you got a bigger fan than me here.
Even I now watch that.
Even I did.
Yeah, because for us, we only watch those that are sort of like how Marvel would put it as canon, right? That means like following a certain universe, following a certain timeline. But before this, Marvel, like Daredevil and all that wasn't part of that Marvel universe. But now it is, but we don't know how much, of course, they will take from Daredevil or even Agents of Shield, things like. We don't know how much of it is actually canon or into the actual what we call the Marvel Cinematic Universe itself, right? But we know those in Disney Plus Hotstar, those series that have came out, those definitely are in what you call the Marvel Cinematic timeline, right? So great. So just I have to ask you a very cheesy question lah. Who's your favorite Marvel superhero?
Okay, it used to be Captain Marvel, but after some time I started liking the Scarlet Witch more. Wanda Maximoff. Yeah, I started liking her persona more compared to Captain Marvel. I mean, yes, Captain Marvel she is also a hero with her own type of personality and her own type of charm. But I find myself relating more towards Wanda Maximoff. So yeah, she's my favorite superhero. Plus, she's got this like this very nice hand gesture when it comes to the red with the red rays and everything. So it's very very pretty. So yeah.
So I'm suppose you'll be very excited for Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse in the in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness.
Madness,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that movie. I can't wait.
Whatever you do not say the name Florence Pugh, okay, Sharlene? Just take note.
Why?
Sean's a huge fan of Florence Pugh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Our viewers know how much I go on, especially watch the Hawkeye series. You know how much
Yeah.
I went on a rant because she was there. So yeah,
Oh.
Florence Pugh is, I think, the most amazing superhero in Marvel.
Now, for those of you who are still wondering who's Florence Pugh, she's Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff's sister in the MCU.
What's her name? I forgot something Romanoff, right? What's her name?
Yelena
Belova.
Yelena Belova.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, without further ado, in this episode of Straight Talk, we're actually going to recap 2021 in terms of the Marvel series and the Marvel movies as well. So we'll be recapping, and at the end, once we recap, we will sort of give like the good, bad, and the ugly of 2021. Which series that we like, movies that we like, which series we thought was which series that we thought was like not great. I'm assuming that we're not going to go there. Like we won't like rate something that is not good. So, but then again, this is like an honest fan opinion, lah, right? So, Sharlene, don't hold back, okay? If you have something to say or criticize, just say it. Okay?
Right, alright, got it.
Yeah. Because worst come to us, they might just shut our YouTube channel down. Okay? All right.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, I
so-
won't take it to that level. I don't worry.
You have to,
No. You have to give us your honest opinion.
whatever honest opinion you say, you have to like butter up just a bit. Just a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what a year 2021 has been. I mean, 2020, we didn't have anything at all. It was like...
It was a bad year.
It was. I thought at least we could at least watch some Marvel movies to get our hopes up and to feel happy again. But then we didn't get anything at all. So, but it's okay. It's okay because 2021, I think we had more than what we expected, and definitely a lot more, especially with the Disney Plus Hotstar series. By the way, why we're saying Disney Plus Hotstar? Because in Malaysia it's Disney Plus Hotstar. I think anywhere else it's like Disney Plus. So don't get confused, it's the same thing, okay? But we Malaysians, we like to be a bit more different, okay? All right. So with the Disney Plus series, it is given us a lot more to actually immerse ourselves, because previously, like before Disney Plus actually came out, we had to wait for like somewhere 2 movies a year, 3 movies a year, and like they have like huge gaps in between. So I think Marvel actually really capitalized, and Disney as well really capitalized on those breaks in between to add in more content, and I think the more the content is better for us, because then we get to enjoy a lot more, right? So opening up 2021, we got a really cool Disney Plus Hotstar series, which was WandaVision, right? So WandaVision actually tells the story of Wanda and Vision after Endgame, and if you're wondering why Vision was alive, if you have watched Infinity War, it was just a figment of imagination of Wanda, which then became reality. So, as we know, Wanda is she has not become the Scarlet Witch yet, right? So she has only like she's still like this. She's like learning, right? And her powers are so. And in WandaVision, we actually see that the combination of her powers, like how powerful she actually can be. So. I'm not going to go to the synopsis of the entire series, but I'm just giving this a brief description, right? So then towards the end, she became the Scarlet Witch, and then we will see further in Doctor Strange 2, which is coming out in May this year. So it was like really a very nice story to and this was like the very first series, right? So I just want to maybe I start with Jazz first. what was your impression of like the first ever series released by Disney and Marvel for 2021? What was your take on it?
For me, I think it was really exciting, and I think it was a very brave move for Marvel because you see, Marvel has grew in such a way that they can just put up a series and it's at the same quality as all the Marvel movies we watch. We treat it with the same awesomeness and the same respect. So I appreciate the fact that Marvel did this because you get to enjoy something in a longer term, because you see, WandaVision was like a weekly thing and it went on for 8 episodes. It means for like 8 weeks you get to absorb this new content and it never ends. So it was a very great start to a lot of greater things that followed. That's my take on it.
Okay, so Sharlene, you said Scarlet Witch was your favorite superhero. So give us your take on WandaVision.
Okay, so for me, when I first saw WandaVision, like the early episodes, right, I was like a bit confused. How come, like out of nowhere, Vision? Because like when you see in Endgame and if you know what happened to Vision, like what Thanos did and that whole story lah. So like when I saw suddenly Vision is there, I was like wondering, okay, how come like suddenly Wanda and Vision are like in a couple and then they're having they have this theme where it's like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. They're going by year, and then they're following the fashion trend. So I was like a bit curious. Like after watching few, then only I realized, like, okay, Vision is there because she created the whole thing using her power. Like in that TV series, they show that she has that much of power that she can create an entire town all by herself using the power that she has. That's how powerful she is. So, like when I see this TV series, right, I saw like, okay, her power, like, okay, gempak sikit lah. So, yeah, that's my take lah on the TV series.
I can
so, yeah,
feel
that's
your
why
enthusiasm.
Yeah, because like, her basically she is my favorite superhero lah. But in that TV series, in the beginning, they were like showing that she wasn't actually really a hero because she was doing it for her own purpose. But then, like as the series went by, she realized what she was doing was she was trying to like control everyone. And then like that what Agatha, I forgot her last name. Yeah, Agatha Harkness, right? So when she came, okay, then they showed Wanda as a hero, and then she became the Scarlet Witch. Oh, and her costume was amazing. The Scarlet Witch costume, wow. So yeah. Yeah.
But I think the costume improved in Doctor Strange too. So
in Doctor Strange, yeah.
It's a much better costume.
I think her horns grew longer a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
By 1 or 2 cm, is it?
Okay, so right. So we will. So now we want to. Then the next series after that, after WandaVision, we had Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like this new age Captain America, brand new, because after Captain America, the original Captain America 37's character no longer in contract, so they have to find another way to bring in Captain America, right? So now we follow Falcon, who is of course will be the new Captain America moving forward. So Eric, give us your take on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, mate.
Of all the series, he decided to start with me with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
I remember when this came out, we were having discussions. I mean, we were talking about it, and I think towards the end, it started feeling a bit more fun when we finally see Falcon taking up his the wings, the special wings that he had, and the costume and everything. And then that's when he truly became Captain America lah. I generally liked the idea, but I felt that I didn't feel that it was that bombastic now when you compare to WandaVision and Loki. I think simply because when we look at Falcon, he's not born with superpower. I mean, he's not really a superhero lah. He's just a hero. a hero with a suit or a hero who can fly. There's no super there lah, basically. So when we look at Bucky, he has an arm, so he became the super one. But it was fun to watch because it was like a friendship between two people who couldn't see eye to eye, and then eventually had to bro it out throughout the whole journey. So it was okay lah. It wasn't great, it wasn't superb, but it was okay. And I don't think it connected to any of the other series or movies yet. If I'm not wrong, yeah. That's about it lah.
Yeah, but I think I think they are setting it up, but definitely not related to anything that we're going to see in the near future. But how much it is in part of Secret Invasion, because we know Secret Invasion also is down the line in Disney Plus Hotstar, right? So we're not sure how much that also will take effect into Secret Invasion. So Sharlene, what's your take? Okay, I know you don't have a favorite superhero in Falcon Winter Soldier, but
Okay,
what is your take on that?
favorite superhero? No, but I did have like a tiny crush on Sebastian Stan since last time.
Whoa.
Yeah, because like he's kind of hot. Okay, so on my take on that show, like I felt like there was a slight connection to the past movies, because in that particular TV series, we get to know that one of the people that the Winter Soldier killed back when he was still under the mind control thing, right? So when he was still in that particular zone, he went and killed one, I think, young Asian boy. So we find out that he was like, in this TV series, he was close with this old Asian grandfather, and then later on he gets to know that the boy that he killed during that time is this man's grandson. So like, like certain things from the past you can see in here, like it gets unraveled in this TV series. So, and then one more thing, there was this particular this character played by Julia Dreyfus, the lady who acted in Seinfeld last time. So she appeared here. Sorry?
Val, right?
Yeah, Val.
Contessa.
Yeah. So she was like, she appeared in this TV series. Then she appeared in Black Widow. So like, when you see her appearing in few places, right? Like, you see, okay, there is also some kind of connection. Something is about to happen because of this person. So a lot of things unravel in this TV series as well, lah. But yeah, I was watching because of Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, I think her name was Julia Dreyfus.
Julia Dreyfus, yeah.
I guess I like her performance on Veep, because I like political drama. So, all right. So that's cool. So actually, I just I forgot, but we will do it now. We're supposed to go good, bad, and ugly. So for WandaVision, Jess, is it good, bad, or ugly, Jess, for you?
Good.
Okay. Sharlene?
Good.
All right. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, Eric.
Wait, why is there no middle ground? Huh? It's only good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah, it's a good, bad, and ugly.
So it's like good or like
And then
bad,
two-
and then like very bad. Where's the middle ground?
Put the bad.
Bad is the middle lah. So it's
And
How is
acceptable,
bad
but
the middle?
that's how it is.
Then everything will be
Okay,
good.
we do
lah.
it. We put good, okay, ugly.
Okay. That one.
Okay,
one I
so
can
we change
accept
from
lah.
bad to okay
Okay.
lah.
I would say Falcon Winter Soldier was okay.
Okay, Sharlene?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so Falcon Winter Soldier gets an okay. All right, so now we know that we don't really like down-to-earth movie series.
No, I don't think.
We like more cosmic
I
stuff.
don't think it's down to earth lah. I just think that the element of the show is just different. I think in that show is just to basically hand down the whole Captain America's mantle, and that was about it. At most we got was the connection of Val to other characters. That's the most we got. Whereas when you look at WandaVision, we got a closure of Vision. We get a closure of Wanda's history. We get a closure of how Wanda actually had affections for Vision. We also see how the multiverse opens up, what her powers. There were so many things that happened in WandaVision as compared to Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I think in that sense, that is why I'm giving the okay lah. I think if there was more to take in, more to enjoy, and more to bring, something that I can use now lah, something I can use while watching any of the shows or series now, I would have given it a better rating. But they are asking me to wait until Val does something, so I have to sit down and wait and say okay lah.
So I think we need to tell Marvel to please put more links to movies.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it felt like a basic military movie with the bad guys and defeating them. Yeah.
What?
It felt like a Tom
Basic
Cruise
Philippine
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, okay, so Sharlene, do you have a crush on Tom Hiddleston?
Right.
No. Okay. But I think he's much better looking than Sebastian Stan. This is my opinion, okay?
Oh,
Alright.
okay. He's got more charm compared to Sebastian. Charm means yes.
Okay.
He's a charming guy. That's what I can say.
He's British.
Yeah.
So Tom, you heard that? If you hear that, give me a call, man. Okay. Alright. So why Tom Hiddleston? Because we know we had the Loki series. So we had like 3 back-to-back series. Of course, we know because of the what they call the lockdowns and because of this COVID coronavirus thing happening in the world, so we couldn't go to movie theaters. But we still had like the 3rd series that was released by Marvel, which was the Loki series. I think this was something a lot of us were excited about and really opened up our imagination, lah. Really, right? So, Sharlene, I let you have the first thought on this.
I thoughts about the Loki series. For me, when I saw the TV, it began with when the Avengers time traveled to a certain point to collect the stones, right? So that's the time he ended up. So that's where the TV series started. So when I was seeing all that, I was like, okay, so this is where they're gonna explain about the time, the branches. It's branching because like you have like variants appearing. When variants appear, you have like the branches coming out, and then time will start splitting and all that. So this is where so for me, when I watched this, I was like, it was quite interesting because it was explaining the concept of time. Okay, and then they were like trying to introduce these characters, time masters are
Timekeepers.
like the 3 timekeepers. Yeah, the three figures. They were showing like 3 figure statue and all, but actually those were not the real timekeepers. There was someone like he who something. I can't remember what it's. He who remains, yes. So like when I was seeing this whole thing, it was quite interesting. It was explaining about time and how time works, and like they were saying like why variants are very dangerous, because like it can cause a lot of chaos within the time branch itself. So I was like, okay, and then like Loki had his variants, like different kinds of variants, like the crocodile, the small boy, and then like that one, I tell you, okay, a female version of himself is falling in love with a female version of himself. I'm like, okay, like self-obsessed much.
But that is Loki. He is
Loki.
He is a self-obsessed man. So
Yeah,
it is
but, like,
natural for him to. I mean, yeah.
Natural, but then like when we see it, it's like kind of comical also. You're falling in love with yourself, and then so that's my take lah on that TV show. But I did enjoy it very much. It was very nice, yeah.
I will let you in on a little secret lah. When we were watching the Loki series and all of us got together every week to talk about it, and I'm not very good at making predictions, so I told them no way Kang is going to be there, no way, right? But then I was proven wrong. Okay, so
Okay.
John came up with all the wrong predictions that he could ever come up with. At one point, he
so
said that
bad I can't even remember what I said.
Yeah, he said that Miss Minutes was the big mastermind.
Yeah.
behind everything.
The clock cartoon, right?
Yeah,
That thing, yeah.
And a fun fact to all our of the fans watching or whoever's watching, Loki was one of the first series that we recorded for. I think it was Loki episode 3 or 4, but we never posted it because it was our noob days, our beginner days, our virgin days. So it never got it never got out lah. Basically, it never got out. It's still in my bank,
In the archives.
in my blue,
The
in the
archives.
archives. Yeah. So Loki
It
is
was,
actually where Geek Street started lah. Basically.
True. Right. So Eric, I'll let you have a say on
Oh,
Loki.
thank God. I thought you were gonna give me the next one. I see the next one. I was like, okay, that's some tough pattern there. Okay. You know what, Sean? I don't care about your scale. I'm just gonna say that my scale for this one is excellent. It's amazing. Loki was one of the bombs. I think WandaVision. I'm just gonna say WandaVision. So WandaVision was a bit meh towards the beginning. I remember all of us didn't like WandaVision very much, especially the ending. I think all of us were very upset that we only got 10 minutes of Vision, and then Vision eventually goes and say like, "Oh, you are me, I'm you. Let's join together," and then they absorb together, and then just like that. So whereas Loki, we get so much out of Loki, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and if it wasn't for Loki, Geek Street wouldn't have started. Also, I remember we had so many meetings, so many calls just to talk about Loki, and we would have gone. We would have. I think we did like 2 hours talking about Loki. So it was insane. Loki was really good. Loki was excellent. That's the toppest, the highest scale I can give, Sean. Highest scale I can give.
Can I add?
Cannot.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that like Loki tops everything, all of the series, because I think Loki had its own cult following, because it's not your daily one character story. Loki explored everything, every single possibility. It introduced the multiverse more than any other shows did beforehand. So the fact that it explored widely, introducing gang over there, and I think we were looking forward every week towards the next episode of Loki. And I gotta say, the music, especially the music, it just gives a whole different vibe. I for the 1 hour, I just feel like I lost myself in that episode. So yeah, it is really amazing lah. I really hope that another series can top that off.
Yeah,
I know.
Sorry, Sean. I just want to add a bit. I think Loki gave every element that we needed. It was funny. It was sad. It was scary. It was comical. It was adventurous. It gave us everything that we needed, and we all know now that Loki is gonna have season 2, so that's even more hype.
No, I think that I mean like when we were back in last year when we were talking about Loki and stuff like that, I think like any other series that we weren't so immersed in it, we were just taking it like okay, the WandaVision released today, okay, I'll watch later, but then like when Loki is like we had to watch it on that particular day when it came out, and I remember Eric like telling okay, Loki's out, and stuff. So it was really like exciting for us, and also what do you call it was so unpredictable, right? I would say that lah. Okay, it was like so unpredictable, and it was really enjoyable. So yeah, I mean kudos to those Loki creators, and well done. And by the way, Loki season 2 is actually scheduled to come out. I think maybe somewhere this year, if I'm not mistaken, because What If season 2 also once is scheduled to come out. So maybe Loki might come early next year, but there is a season 2 for Loki, so you can get more of Loki for you Loki fans out there, right? So Eric, you said excellent, so I'll take it as the good scale.
Come on, Sean. Just add a scale up there, man.
Okay, alright, for Loki we will give it an
Okay,
exception,
okay.
we'll say excellent, right? Okay,
Because you cannot put it on
Sharlene,
par
so
with
for you, is it
anything else.
excellent or good?
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Okay, great. So the next one we go for is of course one of my I would say my favorite movies, but I have a favorite character
Because your
inside there.
favorite actress.
That's the only reason why I would say that. But the movie I wouldn't say it's the best, but we'll go through it lah. Huh? All right. So Jess, what is your take on Black Widow, my man? The first movie of last year.
Black Widow, I feel like they finally did justice for Scarlett Johansson because she deserves her own movie. but I wish they would have explored more about her past, because Black Widow was more like it explored a bit, and then it was focusing on family matter. So it didn't give that seriousness of this high end espionage. You know that Natasha Romanoff is one of the most feared spies out there, and then to see them having dinner together as a family and trying to fix their mommy and daddy issues, it sort of throws off lah. It looks more like this could have been one of an episode of a Black Widow series, rather than a main content in the movie. But I like the fact that they introduced Yelena Bolova, and also the Red Room. We finally get to see it. A lot of justice could have been done, even for Taskmaster. I feel like Taskmaster was one of the most famous villains out there, and Taskmaster didn't really get much of a screen time. And you know, Taskmaster is a little bit of a talkative person, but this one you see Taskmaster being very quiet and never really did much of a task. I would say only being imprisoned in the Red Room most of the time, and then ending up as a good person. But I feel like the story was scattered everywhere. It was focusing on so many different things that it didn't bring the potential of each character and each background of the movie. So sadly, I don't think there'll be a Black Widow 2, but if there was a Black Widow 2, it would have brought more justice to Natasha Romanoff.
With Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow 2, she did, man, she did. I think with Yelena Bolova, we can do a Black Widow 2 lah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sharlene, yeah. So what's your take on Black Widow?
I was just happy to see, Black Widow again, after seeing what, the sacrifice that she did. I was just happy that they made a movie to honor Black Widow, So, like, I went, especially at the end scene, the show her too. Oh my God. I watched this movie in the theater. When they showed the tomb, right, I started crying. Because, like, I thought back about, like how she sacrificed herself in Endgame. And I was like, oh man, a part of me really felt like that really, really sad feeling, So I like the movie lah. At least they made a movie to tribute Black Widow. So it was nice.
Even I was sad when Yelena was very upset at the tomb.
Well, okay, like
Okay.
I can
Not upset
understand
that the
because
person died.
he's upset that she's upset. Oh, okay.
Okay, I promise no more Yelena reference until we reach Hawkeye, okay? So, alright, so just Black Widow was good.
I'll say
Okay. Alright, Sharlene?
I say it's good.
It's good. Okay. So somebody says the Black Widow is good. Alright. This is honest fan opinions, okay,
So-
guys? We did not rig anything.
So do you need like a third person to
Yeah, like a
tiebreaker, man? Okay, Sean, why don't you tell
oh.
us for now? Like, he's definitely going to say excellent now because Florence Pugh is there. But
No.
Sean,
Overall, the movie, I would say it was okay because I also didn't really like the movie that much, because I think the action and the comedy elements were overpowering each other. So it wasn't like, if it's an action movie, it should stay action with some comedy, but this was like comedy, action. So it was like all over the place, and I didn't really like it. That's my honest opinion. Okay, so Marvel, please don't shut us down. Okay, alright, so next we go to something that really blew our minds, definitely, and something that we of course didn't expect, because when we speak about animation, we were like, animation, like, is it really going to work? Is it going to be something that we like? Stuff like that. So, but we had Marvel's What If. So that was something that, but I think it for me, honestly, I would just say it was good, because I think they really did something really, really great and amazing with the storylines, especially with different characters and stuff. So I'll get Eric to just give us his thoughts on it.
I badly want to touch the excellent scale, man. I so badly wanted to go to the excellent scale, but I cannot because he cannot top Loki. But
We used it.
yeah, I only have one card to use the
One off.
excellent. One card, so I'll say it's good lah. I'll say it's good, and I remember telling all of y'all that I was so excited for this series, and every time the next series would come out, I was so excited. Why? Is because you know when you're given a paper and you're allowed to write whatever, you're allowed to draw whatever, you're allowed to do whatever you want. That was what Marvel did. Marvel played with their minds. They did whatever they want, and we couldn't say no. We couldn't. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't want to see this. I don't want that. And the fact that they did that so excellently with their animations, with their music, with the characters, casting, it was so good. It was so good, and I loved everything about What If. And I'm just waiting for season 2. I really need What If season 2. We really need season 2, man. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but we need season 2.
And the fact that all these episodes, all the stories that we see, it's not simply like they decided to do it and we just watch it. They are connecting it. It's all connected, and it's gonna connect in the future Marvel movies. So everything that we watch in What If is relevant. So if you guys want to watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, please make sure to watch What If, because we noticed that there were a lot of mistakes. So you don't want to be like, what's going on and everything. If you want to experience the full thing, make sure to watch What If.
Okay. So, Sharlene, what's your thoughts on What If?
For me, that show, I really like their, I don't know if I'm gonna say it in like a technical way, their way of animating the characters and all that. The way of animation in that series, right? It was really good, and I think they really brought out a lot of effort in doing such animation, because it's not easy to do that type of animation that they're doing. I think they might either have to do frame by frame, or they really have to use a lot of advanced tools in order to do a basic animation. It won't come out like how they did for that series. So like, really hats off to them. Like, even if it's not for the storyline, for the animation alone itself, 5 star out of 5 star 5 star out of 5 star. So yeah.
All right, so there's a graphic designer speaking there, guys. So if he says it's good, it's good, right? So I just want to get Jess' thoughts on the animation as well, because I know he also likes the animation. Jess?
A very good work in the animation, and I wouldn't say only in the animation, but in the art itself. Because if you guys pay attention to the background art, like the scenes and everything, they actually put a lot of effort into it. It's not your random background. Every form of art and every form of animation actually played in unison to support the scene. For example, when you watch the Captain Carter episode, when the Hydra Stomper, the big version of Iron Man with the explosion and everything, how they show the intensity. Or when Ultron is fighting the Watcher, they use the comic style of intensity. Everything applies. They have a rule and they applied it and came out beautifully. Nothing was done simply.
Amazing. So I think all of us are pretty excited about What If, and also for What If season 2, right? So if I'm not mistaken, there's so much of hype for What If that they are bringing the release date forward for What If, so that they can give it to us. So I just hope that season 2 will be better than season 1, of course, right? So how better Marvel can do it, then let's see how better they can do it. Okay, so moving on to the next one we had. This was something different, definitely, I would say, and I think very much different and from what we used to with Marvel superheroes and things like that, where we have a Chinese superhero, which is Shang-Chi.
Wait, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that all you had?
That was awful.
I was like expecting something more.
Yeah, it's Shang-Chi's
it is. But
Yeah, I know, but it was like that, just a bit only, like it wasn't the whole thing, right?
No, I just love that part. Oh, give me.
I won't be surprised if I look down my balcony, a cat would have died there already by hearing it.
I think I remember when we doing the breakdown or planning for the breakdown for Shang-Chi, Jazz was like, the music was so good. You know, when he was fighting the dragon, the music in the background, he was like, but yeah, we have to say the music was amazing, right? I think it was one of the best BGM and also soundtracks that I think we had in a very, very long time in the Marvel movie. So kudos to Marvel. So okay, so now we'll go with Jazz. What is your take on Shang-Chi?
Oh my god, I love Shang-Chi so much. I think they put every single element over there. Everything was just enjoyable from the start till the end. Shang-Chi was like a movie that felt like home. I think I watched it so many times that I was so used to the scenes that it felt like home. I didn't feel like I was watching a movie. I felt like I'm watching someone I know. You know, the music was just amazing. The fight scenes, it didn't put him down to earth. You know, the fight scenes were really comic-y, like how you watch Dragon Ball or how you watch Naruto. It was that kind of scene, you know, the part where he flies, where he uses the rings. The colors, they use a lot of colors, a lot of lighting. It just made the movie so bright. It's not a dark movie. There was a lot of color elements in there, and it just gives so much of life to the movie and to the story. And they explained everything perfectly. You know, his backstory was just explained the perfect amount. The backstory of the father was explained the perfect amount. The time where he takes to confront his father takes the perfect amount, and the time where the ending scene where he defeats the final villain is just perfectly balanced, I would say.
There was
Hey,
so much information for me
another
to.
cat just died.
Okay, before anybody else dies, Sharlene, what's your take on Shang-Chi?
I love the movie. I really liked a lot about the movie, especially when they introduced to the world that, you know, Shang-Chi's mom used to live in such a, I can't say village lah, because that place is too beautiful and too like fantasy like to be called a village even. So when they introduced that word, I was like, wow. And you know, they were like showing so many people practicing bow and arrow, and you know, like how they all were training, and their style of martial arts was like, it was like dance, but like in a lethal way. You know, it's like a lethal dance, a dance that can actually kill you, like that. So I really liked the movie a lot. There was a lot of things in the movie, like, you know, the choreography of the martial arts, and then like the effects they use when, you know, like especially Shang-Chi's mom, the way she uses the martial arts, and she knows how to control the wind and everything. So it's amazing. Yeah, I love the movie. Oh, and not to
Yeah,
forget the huge dragon. Yeah, I really like the dragon a lot.
we
Being thankful.
actually I wanted to say we love Ping Pang Foom. So it's one of our favorite characters now. Okay, all right. So Jess, good, huh? Is it good? I'll give you. Okay, I'll give you each guys. Sharlene, you can't use the excellent card anymore because you used it Eric
Wasted
also.
one.
So Jess, I'll give you an excellent card as
Wait,
well.
he used it on
But
he used it on
Think-
Loki also.
No, but what if we do this? Like we get a card for series and movie. We cannot put them together.
Together. Can, yeah.
no, that wouldn't be
excellent.
fair. That wouldn't be fair. There's more series than movies.
Excellent. Let me use the card.
Okay, so just you good, huh? Okay, I won't wait for your answer. Shalid, good, right?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so moving on to the next one. This I think we had a lot of mixed reviews even among ourselves. Like some of us are like, do we want to watch? Don't want to watch? Want to watch? Don't want to watch? Kind of a thing. So in the end, I don't know how many of us actually watched it, but I think we all watched it. I don't know. But yeah, so Shalid, I'll let you have a take on the Eternals.
The Eternals. Okay. I like the movie, but I won't say I love the movie, because okay, yes, they are introducing to a group of not superhuman, sorry, beings, super beings, who, like they came in the beginning of time. They were created in the beginning of time and all that. So they were like introducing to that group of people and, showing that they were around during the time, during everything that happened on our planet Earth. Okay, but there was something missing about that movie lah. So I don't know what exactly is it. I don't know whether it's like maybe they could have added something extra to make it stand out more. Because I understand that they are introducing a new group of people, but sometimes even introductory movies, like for example when they introduced the Avengers, there was nothing missing there. It was like Gumpa all the way, the first movie of the Avengers. So it could be the same like that. I mean, not storyline wise lah, but there was like something that was missing in that movie. I can't really put my finger on it. Like I can't really like figure out what exactly is it. But I do like the storyline. I do like the fact that they introduced these people and they didn't really do anything when Thanos snapped his finger and all that. Oh, and we do get introduced at the end of the movie. We get introduced to a character related to Thanos, who is played by one really super cute guy with really good looking hair. So so I like the movie, but like I said, I don't love the movie lah. The storyline is okay.
So if I ask you to choose one out of the 10 Eternals, which Eternal do you like? Or
like in general, is it, or like as in like the crush kind of a
can
thing?
be anyway. If you don't like the how the characters were as general, then maybe how they look or what their powers were or anything like that.
Angelina Jolie, Tina.
All right.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think I thought you would say Icarus, but okay. Then
No,
because
not
he
really
killed
my
himself
type.
Okay.
In the end,
right.
at first I was like, okay lah, he's not that bad looking or whatever lah. But then like at the end, I figured out that he was actually the like something like a villain. I was like, okay, thank goodness I didn't like him. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all was caught by surprise that he was the bad guy, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Eric, I know you have some mixed reviews as well for Eternals. Give us your thoughts.
I I remember I watched this because I had nothing else to do. Literally, I went to the cinema to watch this because I literally had nothing to do. So I was like, you know what, might as well just go and watch it. And Sean said it correctly. I have mixed feelings for this. I think I'm still figuring out where this movie plays out or how good it is. If you ask me how good it is or what's my rating, I still can't say yes or no because I just want to see like how they link this movie and then see where it goes after that. And this movie I've spoken about to a lot of people, and I would say like if I were to do a survey, so it would have come out 50% like bad, 50% good. Like even the whole universe, our dumb planet, even everyone else would say it's 50-50. So it's for me it's mixed feelings. I feel like the story was a bit I feel like the characters was a bit like there was no balance between all the characters. And then I feel the jokes was fine. I mean, that's one thing people do correctly, like the jokes were good. Because of Kumail Nanjiani, he himself is a very famous joker. But other than that, like the Celestials also, it was like so hype, but then it came out like so yeah, that's all I have to say lah.
I think we need a new rating call.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is just like a mixed feeling where you don't even know what to say, so like
So is it good, bad, or
Yeah. Good, bad, or
Do I get-
no? That means you don't know lah. It means it's not ugly, but
do we have
you
a
don't know, right?
haircut? I think we should have an haircut.
Yeah.
I think we are coming up with new cards, Okay lah, for this one then we will have it lah. For Eternals we go like
I think one day we should
a
really
lot of
have an in-depth discussion about Eternals. I think it's one grey area that no one would want to venture into for now. So I think it'd be fun if we.
because Eternals is like it's more very science based, and the explanation even of their origins is like relates to the like what we humans will call the Big Bang, the beginning of time and things like that. So yeah, I think yeah, maybe if we get somebody, any of you guys out there who are very science minded, more than us, I think our science stopped at Form 5. So but any of you guys, except for Eric, I think, but he went on a different
Yeah, I'm
type
still
of
there,
science,
okay?
Yeah, but but not so much of cosmic, things like that. So if any of you guys who love that and want to come on Straight Talk to talk to us about it, this promotion, by the way, please do come and join us. All right. Okay. So moving on to the final series of 2021 to come out, which is Hawkeye. So I think a lot of us were excited for Hawkeye.
I know you were.
Especially, yes, I was very much excited. There were no promotions on.
No.
on
It was
on
someone
Yelena.
there inside
Yeah.
the series.
Yeah. So. No, yeah, but there were no like promotions about it. So when it happened, it was a very pleasant surprise for me, right? So, Sharlene, yeah, what's your take on Hawkeye?
Hawkeye was quite nice. It was okay, but there were characters there where I was a bit surprised that they were there. For example, Kingpin. From the Daredevil series, when I saw him there, I was like, okay, so we got something interesting
Harvin
going on.
is like, I think when he's watching this, he'll be like, oh, wow, a fan of Kingpin. Alright, so Harvin, if you are not editing this, you have a very good friend in Sharlene.
Okay. So no, because like in a way, not to say I like Kingpin or anything, but I've seen his sort of his like the history behind his personality in the Daredevil series, and the way he treats. Oh man, when he met this woman and he fell in love with the woman, the way he treated the woman, real perfect gentleman. Yes, he's a gangster mafia and whatnot, but the way he treated the lady, that's how every partner should treat their partner. That's how he was treating that lady. So in that sense, I did have a certain level of respect for him. So when I saw him in Hawkeye, I was like, okay, something interesting is gonna happen. But then I was like, okay, as the story went by, it totally went like upside down. It suddenly showed like Kate Bishop's mom was like, she had some plans with Kingpin, and then there was a lot of things going on, and then Sean's favorite character was there. But I did like Florence in this show. She was like she was very charming. She was very charming, and then like her sense of humor was very nice. Even when she's fighting, also she can still make it look like a comedy. So that was really nice, lah. But I think the highlight here more compared. I mean, yes, the name of the TV series is Hawkeye, but I think the focus was more towards Kate Bishop. So for me, okay, because I do like Haley Steinfeld. I do like her performances and her acting and all that. So in here, it was quite refreshing to see her as like, okay, not to say superhero, but a form of a hero lah. Because like Hawkeye also, he doesn't really have the only thing I can say that's special about Hawkeye, the character, is his ability to focus on like a target, and no matter where he points, it will just hit the target where he wants that particular arrow to fall on. So that's that's his special power lah, or maybe that's the way he trained himself to see the target. So it was a nice TV series. It was a very interesting one.
Hawkeye was so good that he can do the no look shot, like.
Yeah.
Okay, Jess, what is your take on Hawkeye?
I mean, this is where you can see the difference between Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier, because both Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier was more grounded. nothing related to space, nothing related to magic or wizard. It was more of a human confrontation. But I guess the reason why Falcon and Winter Soldier didn't really do that good is because we were very seasoned with that kind of story, espionage, terrorists, that kind of thing. But Hawkeye is something entirely different. It's not something that's very explored because we know how human Hawkeye is. Okay, and sometimes we forget about that because we're so focused on the Avengers that Hawkeye was always sidelined. But now when you see Hawkeye being the main character, how being a human he is dealing with all of these kind of things, trying to save someone. A very simple story. A kid got into trouble and he's saving the kid, but it also reflects back into his past a bit as being the Ronin, how being the Ronin affected people, and with a little bit of comedy here and there. It wasn't too excessive. They didn't force it down our throat like, oh, here's the hero and he's jumping through the building and this and that. It was very subtle. I think you never really got to see a Marvel hero using a bag of peas, green peas, and then putting on his wounds and everything. But this shows how human he is and how he's juggling with going to Christmas with his family and also dealing with whatever amendments that he has to make. So yeah, I'm just sad that the ending never really ended that good, especially with him and Yelena, because with the way she's hunting him, I thought something big was about to happen, but he used the emotion card, saying that your sister. He whistled. I think he just whistled and then she melted. But yeah, other than that, the story was really good. A very humane kind of story, a big break from all the other Marvel stuff that he had.
Yeah, I think Hawkeye was hit quite a good vibe, especially with the Christmassy sort of vibe and things like that. It was really really fun. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to the last one, which was the what a end to 2021 we had. What a good after all the amazing of good, excellent and series that and movies that we had, right? But we ended 2021 with a bomb, right? So I'll get all of you guys to have a take on this, right? So it is Spider-Man No Way Home, right? So what an amazing movie that was. So I'll start with Eric, and Eric, your thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home.
I'm just gonna keep quiet because that's my thoughts. Speechless. It was just like that, It was amazing. Spider-Man No Way Home was sick. I mean, there were so many things that we theorized from the trailer and from the photos and the videos and the toys and everything. So many things we theorized, but we were caught off guard by so many things. And the major part that was played was the fact that it was a huge flashback to all of our movies that we have been seeing out of Spider-Man, which is Doc Ock and Green Goblin. I mean, all those are very good characters, and all those are played by very, very, very good actors, especially William Dafoe. It was so good to see him. It was so good to see the real him, how he can really play the Green Goblin, something that we didn't really see in the first Spider-Man ever. So it was very refreshing, very good. And then we see Andrew and Toby. I mean, come on guys, can someone just take it over? Can someone just
I think Eric is a little bit emotional on the movie.
Right. He's gonna start crying.
I want to give the accent again, but I don't have the card anymore. So
okay. Sharlene, what's your thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home?
Oh man, I was looking forward to the movie because when they announced that the movie was coming out, there was like Eric said they were giving out small hints in trailers and their posters and everything. But when I actually watched the movie, I never expected those characters to come, characters from Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and then Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like Jamie Foxx, when he was in the movie, I was like, okay, because he's got a really good sense of humor, Jamie Foxx, and his character, the villain, he has this superpower related to electricity and all that. So, and then like, the storyline makes it in a way that those characters were from a time when they are also, of course, from another universe, but they were also from a time when the technology that is available now was not available back then. So when they come to this time zone and this universe and find out that, oh, like for example, Jamie Foxx sensed that there was a new type of energy in this universe, and then like the Green Goblin, William Defoe, he he saw like Tony Stark's the fabricator machine. He was like amazed at seeing that, So seeing all these characters come, and then the amazing scene of when both Toby and Andrew. That's the time I was like, my heart felt like it was filled with so much of joy, when they appeared, especially when Andrew, the way he appeared. And of course, they had to put like a comedy scene where, she throws like a braid on him and he reacts to that. It was so cute. And yeah, amazing movie. I was so excited. I was so happy that I got to watch it. I will watch it like at least online few times, and then like I wanted to watch on theater more than once, but I couldn't lah. So I just watched it once, and I was like making sure that I could remember what I watched, because that's how good it was. So yeah, I love the movie a lot.
I can sense the excitement already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we just finished up with Jazz. Jazz, what's your thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home?
I'll be the bad guy here now. Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man. It was a really, really great movie. I think they did what we thought was impossible, bringing the previous Spider-Mans that we grew up with, the villains that we grew up with. It's like a really a hit in the nostalgia. That they did this. I don't think if someone told us that they're going to do this kind of movie 10 years ago, we'd be like, no way, Jose. But now that Spider-Man is out, there's now that's when we started theorizing so many other things, maybe like Iron Man, there's different versions and everything, because Spider-Man paved the way. But then Spider-Man was a very good movie, but not on its own. That's what I would say, because if you look at it as a movie on its own, the story is pretty much basic. Like a bunch of villains came, they need to send them home, and then they were finding a cure. That's the story. Like for me, I didn't like the part where they easily found a cure for the villains, especially in the school lab. I feel like a school lab, like if I could find that kind of cure in my school lab, I think my school lab will be some kind of secret top military base by now. But like these are villains with complicated evil in them. They have complicated stories, like how they became evil, and they were so hyped in the previous movies, like no normal ordinary human being can defeat this person. But suddenly they made this villain seem so like a small character that you can just cook up some kind of concussion in the school lab, and that's a cure for the bad guy, And like if you were to compare Spider-Man with Shang-Chi, I would say Shang-Chi was still a better movie, because Shang-Chi was not a known character. Everything was from scratch, and it brought up this sort of impact. Spider-Man, on the other hand, Spider-Man was a very beloved character. So whether the movie is good or bad, we love Spider-Man. And then they used nostalgia to get that excitement. They brought these previous Spider-Man, they brought these previous villains. If it wasn't for that, Spider-Man No Way Home would have been another Spider-Man movie. But yeah, the nostalgia, because we grew up with these kind of things, and when they brought it, that brought the hype. So yeah, it's a good movie, but if it's on its own, it's not a good movie.
Okay, so it's very good explanation on that. Just I now I'm thinking about it. Like, imagine if every superhero just comes up with a cure for their evil counterpart. What good would that do to a storyline, right? So yeah, something I didn't think about. Thank you, Jazz, for enlightening us with that thought. Did you just come up with that, or did you think about it earlier?
I've always thought about it the whole time. Like, why did they make that there are memes out there when you fight the boss in a game, but when the boss became an unlockable character, the boss power is like very meh. So it felt like that. Like they made these villains look like big bosses with their own movies, with their own trilogies, and then suddenly all of the story just summed up in this one movie. Hey, everyone is cured. Yeah, you can go back.
Can I say something about the cure
Can.
situation? Because I did remember there was one thing that Toby's character Peter had mentioned. They were working on the cure after those characters died, which was like few years back. So they did in their time, in their universe, they did work on the cure. So when this thing, the spell mishap happened, right? So Toby's character Peter suddenly brought the idea of the cure in here. So we could think like, okay, maybe they came out with the cure all of a sudden, but also we could think there was a gap of time where he could have like figured out everything, but he couldn't test it out on Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn, right?
Norman.
Yeah, Norman Osborn. Sorry.
Both
Yeah, Norman and Harry lah, basically, because both of them had the same son, right? So he couldn't try it on Norman because Norman already died in that universe. Like now only he came back. So we could think of it in that way also. Like memang they did work on it for a period of time, a long period of time, but now only they managed to like take the idea and execute it because those characters came back to life through the spell. So it could be that way also. But I'm just like brainstorming here lah. That's about it.
I mean, like if you look, okay lah, like Toby mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
But if you look, like for example, like you see Sandman's origin, he fell into a particle accelerator.
Yeah.
There was a top secret scientific device, but the cure was in a school lab.
In a school lab, yeah.
The lizard, they used the I think the Genali device to actually create the vaccine, or from the lizard thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then even the the first that mutation was created through the device, and then even the vaccine was created. Mm-hmm. But then they didn't have that device in Tom Holland's universe. And when they used the fabricator, those devices were destroyed, right? Yeah, and then they found the cure in the school lab.
In the school lab, yeah. So how is it possible to suddenly get the utensils that supposedly can be found in a more high-tech military level kind of a lab? Yeah, that's true. That makes sense also. Yeah.
Sharlene, we will bring you back on to have more debates with Jess. Definitely in the future. I like this. Okay. All right. So, guys, that is it for the recap of the Marvel series and movies for 2021. I think overall, I'll just give you guys another excellent card if you wish to use it. Overall, what a year Marvel had. I think we can agree that it was an excellent year, right? So kudos to Marvel, and every year we actually expect a lot from Marvel year on year. Like since 2008, I think every year it just has gotten better and better and better and better. I don't know whether there is a ceiling to the achievement Marvel can do, but I hope not. But we all hope that this year, especially looking at the Doctor Strange 2 in terms of what that story is, and then also we will have Thor: Love and Thunder this year, and then we will have What If season 2. We have She-Hulk, we have Moon Knight in terms of Disney Plus series. So actually, there's a lot of things that can be more exciting this year, and a lot more that is very different. So let's just wait and see what 2022 has in store for us, right? Okay, Sharlene, do you have any last words to say on this podcast? Not really last words, but yeah, do you have anything to say?
I'm just looking forward to the upcoming TV series and the upcoming movies. I'm excited for them. That's about it. Yeah, this podcast is fun. Like I'm glad that I get to share my feelings about the Marvel movies and the TV series, because like I said, I'm a huge fan of their production. So I'm glad to have been given a chance to express my gratitude to Marvel.
And also Geek Street lah, because
yes. Definitely.
all right. Okay, we had a lot of fun having you on, Sharlene. Thank you very much for being here with us and being a guest on Street Talk. Definitely, we will call you back, right? So any of you guys who are like Sharlene, who are a Marvel fan, who love Marvel, love anything to do with Marvel, please let us know, right? You guys can find us on Instagram at thegeekstreet.my. You can find us on Facebook with the same tag, which is at geekstreet.my, and also you can find us on YouTube at the Geek Street, right? So and also, yes, okay, I almost forgot. Okay, so we have a new Discord community, guys. So we will put the link down in the description below. So if you guys want to join our community, if you don't want to come and talk on the podcast with us, you're shy. If you guys want to just join our community, then we have the link below to our Geek Street community Discord channel, right? So we have to say a very big thank you to Eric for setting that up. Thank you, Eric.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay. All right. So so that's it for Street Talk episode 2. So we will be back for more Street Talk next week. So this is it from us, guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon. This is the Geek Street, and the street has spoken.